Part 17. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 161. Seeing that his disciples and Taoist disciples did not believe him, Hung Jun felt angry in his heart. He is a dignified Taoist ancestor and the ruler of the way of heaven. As for lying, of course what I said is true, Hung Jun said in a deep voice. Although Hung Jun stated that what he said was true, the doubts on the faces of several people still remained. This time, I have made a plan to travel to the west. The plan for this journey to the west is to gather the weak little mountain spirits and wild monsters in the wild to resist this disaster. Seeing me and the others, they still didn't believe it. Hung Jun could only tell him his plan to deal with the calamity. When they heard that this time the teacher was plotting against the wild creatures from the prehistoric mountains, they finally felt relieved. Down. A few people thought in their minds. As long as it is not one of their people who should be robbed, it will be fine. The dead Taoist friend will not die but the poor Taoist. Suddenly, a relaxed and happy look appeared on everyone's face. Teacher, what do we need to do with this plan? I said very proactively. No one needs to teach you this strategy. It will be led by Western religion, with Heavenly Court assisting from the side. Lead mention, although this is a calamity measurement, I have given you an opportunity for great success. Hung Jun said. I was very happy when I heard that I didn't need anyone to teach me. After all, although Hung Jun said that this plan does not require the death of several disciples, it is one thing to save one thing. However, after hearing this, tribulation is dominated by Western religions, and there is still an opportunity for Western religions to flourish. I immediately felt bitter in my heart. He also suffered a loss last time when he was granted the title of God to measure tribulation. Why is it that this time there are benefits in measuring tribulation, but not his share? It was bitter, but Jiyan and Zunti looked overjoyed. After waiting for so many years, they finally got a chance to make a big splash. Jiyan and Zunti immediately showed expressions of having a big fight on their faces. Teacher, how do we need Western teaching to implement this plan? Jiyan asked quickly. You choose a great Buddha from Western religions, go to the human race to reincarnate, and then return to the West in the name of teaching Western teachings. During this period, you, the Western sect and the Heavenly Court, respectively sent available people to guide the wild monsters in the wild mountains and let them stop the great Buddha of the Western sect, creating an 81 disaster. At that time, the great Buddha of your Western religion can go on a killing spree and kill those wild monsters from the wild mountains, and their death energy will be able to prevent this calamity. As for the available people sent by you, you can pick them up when you are in trouble. Those who fall like this are all mountain spirits and wild monsters. After the calamity is over, your great Buddha can legitimately preach Western teachings to the human race and absorb the fate of the human race. Hung Jun explained the plan for the journey to the west one by one. Jiyan, Zunti and the Jade Emperor immediately understood the plan. Jiyan and Zunti looked overjoyed. They could clearly see that this time, although the teacher's calculation is to deal with the calamity, it does not give them the opportunity of the West. It is legitimate to preach Western teachings to the human race and absorb the fate of the human race. What a big piece of cake this is. This piece of cake is enough to make their Western religion completely prosperous. Jiyan and Zunti are happy. But I am full of jealousy. The luck of my people's religion is extremely weak now. If they can have this opportunity, their people's religion can also prosper. However, now he has no share. And the Jade Emperor of the Heavenly Court is not only jealous, but also unhappy in his heart. This time, you, the Western sect, take the lead, and I, the Heavenly Court, are assisting you. You, the Western sect, are able to impart the doctrines legitimately and win the fate of the human race. The Heavenly Court, are struggling. And can't get any benefits. After Jiyin and Zunti were happy for a moment, they suddenly thought that although they have several giant Buddhas under their sect, the strength of those giant Buddhas is average, and there are also powerful ones among the mountain elves and wild monsters. Teacher, what if we sit on the giant Buddha and are not as powerful as those mountain spirits and wild monsters? Jiyin asked. You can choose a few from heaven and from your Western religion to help this great Buddha, Honghuang said. This plan was decided. There will still be some years before the calamity will actually arrive. You can discuss it by yourself now, and then wait for the calamity to arrive and start your journey to the west. Honghuang waved his hand, indicating that everyone can leave. Is teacher? Jiyin and Zunti nodded. Farewell teacher. Farewell Daezu. Then, several people walked out of Zixiao Palace together. But they did not leave directly, but stopped at the entrance of Zixiao Palace. Jade Emperor, you also know this plan to measure the calamity. The teacher said that you must help us with all your strength. Jiyin showed a bit of pride and smiled. Yes, Jade Emperor, you, the Heavenly Court, are responsible for one or two of the 81 difficulties in Journey to the West. Zunti followed closely. Jade Emperor Haoshan's face showed some displeasure. All the benefits of traveling to the west to measure calamity can be learned from the west. Now we still need his help and help others. Naturally, he doesn't willing. This, to guide you, let me mention the two saints. As you all know, in our heavenly court, there are not many people. It's 81 difficulties, so I'm afraid I won't be able to help much, Jade Emperor Haoshan said. Jade Emperor, you are too humble, but we know that in recent years, you have used the power of order to attract many talented creatures from the ancient times to heaven. Jiyin laughed. Jade Emperor Haoshan was very reluctant, but how could Jiyin and Zunti let him go? Jade Emperor, this is the order of Dazu, Zunti then said with a somewhat warning tone. One of the two people sang a smiling face, and the other sang a black face, obviously forcing Jade Emperor Haoshan. Jade Emperor Haoshan's brows frowned even more tightly. But at this moment I stood aside, with a thoughtful look in my eyes for a long time, and then walked out. Jade Emperor, Dazu's orders cannot be violated. After I came out, I smiled and said to the Jade Emperor. Welcome, Zunti, two Taoist friends, please leave first. I will give the Jade Emperor a good explanation. When traveling to the west to measure the calamity, the Jade Emperor will definitely send people to join in the 81 dilemma, I then said to Jiyin and Zunti with a smile. Well, since my Taoist friend advises me, I think the Jade Emperor Haoshan will definitely not sit there and be ordered by the Taoist ancestor. In this case, we too will leave first. Then, Jiyin and Zunti left with a smile. Sage Lao Tzu, why do you favor the two saints Jiyin and Zunti this time? The Jade Emperor Haoshan said with a hint of displeasure. On your journey to the west, nothing will fall into my heaven. Jade Emperor, I am not speaking out to support the two Taoist friends Jiyin and Zunti. I smiled and said with a deep look in my eyes, rather, I'm helping you and myself. The Jade Emperor Haoshan was stunned. The journey to the west to measure the calamity obviously benefited the west, so why did I say to help him, the Jade Emperor? Also, in the journey to the west to measure the calamity, Taoists said he didn't need anyone to teach him, so why did he say that he was helping himself? Sage Lao Tzu, how do you say this? Jade Emperor Haoshan asked. Jade Emperor, this time the Taoist ancestors borrowed the opportunity to travel to the west to help the Western religion achieve great prosperity. Why can't we steal the opportunity for great prosperity? I said with a mysterious and cold smile. Stealing the opportunity for great prosperity, Jade Emperor Haoshan's eyes suddenly showed a bit of light. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 162. The reason why Jade Emperor Haoshan was unwilling to help the Western religion complete this calamity. The reason, obviously, is that it doesn't do any good. But if he could get any benefit, he immediately became energetic. stealing the opportunity for great prosperity, strengthening the heaven, and plotting against the two sages of the West. Jade Emperor Haoshan was filled with excitement and expectation. With an expression of asking for advice, he looked at me and said, "Sage, what are your plans? In this journey to the West, the 81 difficulties are mainly used to crack down on murderous intent. The key to the great success of the Western religion is the great Buddha traveling to the West and the people who protect the great Buddha traveling to the West. After the great Buddha and the people he protected solved the catastrophe, they spread Western teachings. Only in this way can they win the destiny of the human race. In this way, we will have a calculable opportunity." I smiled coldly. "Sage Lao Tzu, are you saying that we are doing tricks on that giant Buddha and the few people it protects?" The Jade Emperor Haoshan's eyes moved. "That giant Buddha is from a Western sect, so I'm afraid we won't be able to do anything about it. However, we can make some calculations about the few people we protect. In the future, when the calamity is solved, the great Buddha will teach Western teachings, but why can't the people he protects teach our religion and the teachings of heaven?" I said. All the plans were drawn out. Jade Emperor Haoshan understood it immediately. His expression was full of joy. Then, he looked at me with admiration and said, "I'm a sage's plan, it's really brilliant. After this, I will take my good corpse to heaven to take up the post of immortal. In this way, it will be convenient for you and me, Jade Emperor," Lao Tzu said. When he heard that I was going to send his good deeds to the heavenly court to serve as an immortal, the Jade Emperor Haoshan's expression of joy suddenly stiffened. The plan was easy to calculate. However, he could use it in the heavenly court without anyone teaching him. Although the plan was I said it, but if I join, I will get an extra share of this luck. Naturally, he, the Jade Emperor Haoshan, is a little unhappy. "Why, Jade Emperor, you don't want to," I said, and my breath sank. I saw Jade Emperor Haoshan's unhappy expression. Suddenly, there was a bit of anger in his eyes. "I have made a plan, but you still want to leave me? How is that possible? Jade Emperor, my plan is brilliant, but everything is based on the premise that the two Taoist friends from the Western sect do not know." I scolded with threats in my words. I obviously meant to tell Jade Emperor Haoshan. "If you, Jade Emperor Haoshan, don't let me join the gang and don't let me get a share of my luck, then you won't even get it. At worst, the fish will die and the net will be broken. I will inform Jiyan and Zunti of this plan. They will be on guard by then." A smile of apology immediately appeared on Jade Emperor Haoshan's face. "I'm a sage, are you kidding me? Sage Lao Tzu sent a good corpse to the heaven to serve as an immortal. I was too late to be happy. How could I not be willing? As soon as I heard that I was going to inform the Western cult of Yingzunti about my plan, the Jade Emperor Haoshan was naturally afraid. I have to say that these few people are not good people. You want to plot against me, and I want to plot against you. But all of them have a hand. Jade Emperor, please go back first. After a while, I will change the body of the good corpse, and then go to heaven. When my good corpse enters the heaven, the two of us are discussing in detail the journey to the West." I said. "I am a saint, then I will wait for the good news in heaven." The Jade Emperor Haoshan nodded. After a while, the two saints left. My Taoist friend is also very powerful in calculations. Among all the saints among us, I am afraid that he is only inferior to this Taoist friend Yuanqi. Nuwa, who watched everything passing by Zixiao Palace with Tong Tien, looked indifferent. She said that I am very powerful in calculations. That's because Tong Tien has not started yet. Journey to the West and wait until Tong Tien starts planning, these are all younger brothers. Finally, they are all delivering food to Tong Tien. Tong Tien, is there any luck this time? Is it true that you, Jijiao, will not participate? Nuwa turned her head and asked Tong Tien. I have no interest in luck. However, I will naturally participate in the journey to the west. Jijiao is like a rainbow now. It can be said that it is the first sect in the world. Does it still need luck? Of course not. But if you go against the odds and measure calamity in the westward journey, Tongtian has been waiting for a long time, so he will naturally participate. If you don't want luck, why do you want to participate? Nu Wa was very puzzled. In her opinion, the only thing that could be used to measure calamity in the journey to the west was luck. You will know when the time comes, Tongtian said. Nuwa glanced at Tongtian suspiciously. Tongtian, is it possible that you have some big plan in mind? The last time you conferred the gods and measured the calamity, you seemed to have plotted against Yuanqi Laozi, but it seemed that you plotted against the teacher in the end, right? Nu Wa suddenly thought of the last time she became a god. Nu Wa knew that the unknown Taoist was Tongtian. Tongtian used his own deity to deal with Yuanqi Laozi, but he used his identity as an unknown Taoist to deal with Hongjun. And since then, Hongjun has regarding the matter of leading the 3,000 avenues. Tongtian glanced at Nuwa. She was not stupid. But her reaction ability was too poor. How many years had passed before she could see through Fengshan's true plan? There is a big plan, but we can't say it now. It's not that Tongtian doesn't trust Nuwa. In fact, there can't be any mistakes regarding the rebellion against the westward journey. After Jiyan and Zunti returned to the Western Church, they also started various preparations. Jiyan and Zunti were not calculating. Stop. In the blink of an eye, many years have passed. I separated the good corpse. Using great means, I transformed it into a quasi-sage power and named it Tais Hang Lejun. The aura of this Tais Hang Lejun is completely inconsistent with that of me. Rao, even though it was in the realm of the great Dao, it could not be seen. Soon, under my arrangement, this good corpse of Lao Tzu legitimately entered the heaven. The Jade Emperor also knew that this was the good corpse of Lao Tzu, and gave it to him with a high position. Immortal position, in charge of the Tushita palace in heaven. After Lao Tzu's good corpse entered the heaven, I used the good corpse to discuss with the Jade Emperor about his plans for the journey to the west. It was agreed upon that each of them would send one person to be responsible for protecting the great Buddha in the west and then stealing the great fortune. But because Dazu said before, the human religion was not included in this calamity. I specially ordered a boy to incarnate into a prehistoric creature and then return to heaven. After the boy transformed into heaven and returned to heaven, he was named Tianpeng, because Lao Tzu's because of the relationship, the Jade Emperor gave him the position of in charge of the Navy of Heaven, the immortal title of Marshal Tianpeng. Marshal Tianpeng is the person appointed by me, and the heaven has appointed the General of Rolling Curtain. However, at this moment, the calamity has not yet come. I and the Jade Emperor, they only agreed privately and did not inform these two people. In the intercession, the calculations of Lao Tzu and the Jade Emperor were naturally in Tongtian's eyes. Lao Tzu transformed into Tais Hang Lejun, Tongtian was not surprised. The heaven decided to appoint Marshal Tianpeng and Tongtian was not surprised by the general who rolled the curtain. But Tongtian never thought that this Marshal of the Canopy was actually the incarnation of a boy. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 163. Western Education. Senior brother, among the many great Buddhas in our Western religion, in terms of perseverance and wisdom, the only one who is suitable for this important mission of this journey to the West is Jin Shanzi, Zunti said. Then we will settle on him. However, the calamity has not yet come, and when it does, we will tell him the big plan, Ji Yin said. Good. Zunti nodded. The Lingming stone monkey should be born soon. In Jijiao, Tongtian smiled. In the previous life, Journey to the West, Golden Cicada, Canopy, and Roller Blind, these were the three main characters. However, there is another one who is the real protagonist. He is also a monster in the world. The four worlds are mixed. The Lingming Stone Monkey, which means monkey. After this Lingming Stone Monkey is born, it will be plotted by all parties. But the Western sect took the initiative, and among them, Ji Yin secretly became Zunti and accepted the Lingming Stone Monkey as his disciple. Later, the heavenly court he wanted to subdue him, but the Lingming Stone Monkey made a big fuss and lost many of his immortal positions. In the end, the Western cult intervened and allowed the Lingming Stone Monkey to join the journey to the West. The Western cult not only gained great luck, but also brought Sun Wukong to the throne. The canopy of heaven, and the generals of the rolling curtains were all brought into the West. In the previous life, the Western religion was the biggest beneficiary of the journey to the West, but in this life, Tongtian will rebel against the journey to the West. The result of the Western religion can be said to be directly destined, and it must be tragic, and the heavenly court the Jade Emperor, also met the same fate. Bang! Between heaven and earth, a violent sound suddenly exploded. What is this sound? In an instant, many people in Honghuang looked at it. I saw a 5-color sacred stone suddenly exploded. A smart monkey walked out of it. Hey, there's a monkey inside that stone. This monkey seems to have quite a lot of talent. There are many powerful people in the ancient world, and they are talking about it. In Western religions. Senior brother, look at that monkey. Its talent and base seem to be comparable to those of the Taoist monkey, Zunti said with his eyes moving. After hearing the sound, he immediately used his magical power to stare at the past. Once, when the Lich was measuring the calamity, the two of them wanted to extradite the monkey into the Western religion, but in the end they failed. Instead, they became a disciple of Ji Xiao. Moreover, he finally became a being on the same level as them. This monkey is quite talented. If he grows up, he may not be weaker than the monkey. Back then, the two of us failed to extradite that monkey, but now if this monkey can attract Westerners, it will be good. Junior brother, what do you think? He smiled and said towards Zunti. Brother, what you said is true. Zunti nodded, and after thinking for a moment, he suddenly said, brother, I have a plan in mind. With this plan, we can not only extradite this monkey, but we can also plot against heaven. The Jade Emperor of Heaven, now has many immortal positions under his subordinates. Although he is not as good as us, but by suppressing them, we can completely eliminate the possibility of heaven being comparable to us in Western religions in the future. Oh! How to plan? Ji Yin's expression was shocked. The Western Church will prosper, but heaven is not weak now. If we suppress it and keep heaven under our feet, how can Ji Yin not think about it? We have all observed that this monkey has good talents, and heaven must have also observed it. With the character of Jade Emperor Haoshan, as long as this monkey grows up, the Jade Emperor will definitely use the power of order to attract it. I transformed into another identity, and after the attention from all parties was slightly reduced, I secretly accepted this monkey as my disciple, trained him, taught him the great method, so that he would not be pulled by the power of order, and at the same time he would have fighting power. At that time, Jade Emperor Hao Heaven will definitely use force to suppress it. I see that the mentality of monkeys is similar to that of monkeys. They are extremely stubborn and will definitely resist when the time comes. That is when this monkey starts a war with the heavenly court, and many immortal positions in the heavenly court will surely be damaged. Zunti said repeatedly. This plan is good, but Jade Emperor Haoshan is in the same realm as us. If the monkey really did it, how could Jade Emperor Haoshan watch helplessly? Ji Yin said. Senior brother, the Jade Emperor Haoshan is just like us. He has a talented and evil person under his command. No matter how the monkey behaves, the Jade Emperor Haoshan will not kill him, at most he will suppress it forcefully, Zunti said. This, if the monkey went to war with heaven, many immortal positions might be compromised, but in the end the Jade Emperor Haoshan suppressed the monkey forcefully. How can we extradite him to the West? Did you reveal that you secretly accepted him as your disciple? But if this is the case, Jade Emperor Haoshan will definitely tell the ancestors, and we are afraid that we will be scolded by the ancestors, Ji Yin said. Senior brother, have you forgotten the plan of traveling to the West? Zunti smiled confidently. Dazu once personally asked Heavenly Court to help us journey to the West. Our great Buddha needs a few people to protect us on our journey to the West. We have the right to choose. If the Jade Emperor Haoshan really wants to suppress him, we will choose, assuming that he is the person to be protected on the journey to the West. What can the Jade Emperor Haoshan say? Good plan, good plan. When Ji Yin heard this, he understood instantly. This plan of killing two birds with one stone is simply brilliant. Ji Yin's face was filled with ecstasy. Above the heaven, the Jade Emperor Haoshan had also noticed the Lingming stone monkey. Lejun, Tianzun, how do you look at the monkey? The Jade Emperor Haoshan said. This monkey's talent is very good, my good corpse, said the Supreme Lord. I also believe that this monkey will be a monster in the future. Yuanshi Tianzun also nodded. The two of them went together with me. Looking at the monkey, I felt that he had the aura of a Taoist monkey. He will definitely achieve great things in the future, the Jade Emperor Haoshan smiled and said. Jade Emperor, do you want to recruit this monkey to heaven? Yuanshi Tianzun asked with his eyes moving. I naturally think of such a monster, the Jade Emperor smiled and said. Then I will send a few immortals here to capture him, Yuanshi Tianzundeo. No, this monkey has just been born and his cultivation level is low. Catching it will be of no use until he has some cultivation level. The Jade Emperor Haoshan shook his head. Hey, why does the stone from which the monkey was born look so familiar to me? Nu Wa naturally noticed the scene where the Lingming stone monkey was born. She looked at the five-color sacred stone and felt very familiar. That stone is the five-color sacred stone left behind when you used to refine stones to mend the sky. Tong Tian smiled and said. I see. Nu Wa understood immediately. Then, Nu Wa took a careful look at the Lingming stone monkey. She waved her hand to the sky. A will of the great road appeared, a shadow emerged, and then she cast Change the World. The aura of the unknown Taoist reappeared. Tong Tian, what are you going to do as an unknown Taoist? Nuwa said very curiously. Weren't you curious before about what big plans I had in Journey to the West? Now my plan begins. The first plan is the stone monkey. Tong Tian smiled. Do you want to take that stone monkey as your disciple as an unknown Taoist? Nuwa looked surprised. Good, Tong Tian nodded. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the Great Way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 164. Tong Tian finished. Then he prepared to let the shadow clone of the unknown Taoist leave the Chaos Tianhe formation. However, Nuwa suddenly displayed a will of great power, and a phantom clone appeared. Tong Tian, my phantom clone will go with you. It's boring to stay in the Chaos Tianhe formation anyway, so why not let my clone go have some fun with you, Nu Wa said. Tong Tian had a meal. What are you doing? I'm going to lay out the plan and travel westward. You actually told me to go play with me. Also, you are really boring, and I didn't keep you in the Chaos Tianhe formation. Tong Tian really wants to say that if you feel bored, you can leave the Chaos Tianhe formation at any time. However, Tong Tian can be sure. If he said this, Nuwa would be arrogant and aggrieved again and say that he drove her away. You, this clone, can follow me, but you can't ruin my plan, Tong Tian said seriously. It is impossible to refuse. If she refuses, Nuwa, who is unruly and willful, will probably make a fuss again. Don't worry, everything is at your discretion. I'll follow you and go have a look, just for fun. Nu Wa smiled and nodded. Then, come with me. Tong Tien exerted his power. The shadow clone of the unknown Taoist rolled up Nuwa's shadow clone. He directly broke through the chaotic Tianhe formation across the sky. After a moment, the shadow clone of the unknown Taoist transformed by Tong Tien, and Nuwa's shadow clone together, the shadow clones arrived at a water curtain cave in a fairy mountain. Tong Tien, what are we doing here? Aren't you going to accept Lingming Stone Monkey as your disciple? He's not here, Nuwa asked very curiously. He is not here now, but he will be here later. Tong Tien smiled. This is the water curtain cave in Huiguo Mountain, and it will also be the place where the Lingming Stone Monkey must come. The Lingming Stone Monkey has become the king of all climates here. Why don't we go directly to find the Stone Monkey? Tong Tien said that the Lingming Stone Monkey would come here, and Nuwa did not doubt it in the slightest. After all, she was very clear about Tong Tien's mysterious calculation ability. However, Nuwa was really puzzled. She directly found the Stone Monkey and accepted him as her disciple. How simple it was. This Stone Monkey broke out of the stone, and now everyone is paying attention. I use this Stone Monkey as a big plan. How can I be exposed and known to others? Tong Tien said. Are all parties concerned? Who can pay attention to this Stone Monkey? Asked Nuwa. Heavenly Court and the Western Church should all be paying attention at this moment, Tong Tien smiled and said. If this is the case, we may not be able to hide it from the Taoist friends from Heavenly Court and the Western sect in this water curtain cave, Nuwa said. Since I have made a plan, how can I miss anything? After saying that, Tong Tien arranged a Yintian divine formation in the water curtain cave. The entire water curtain cave was immediately covered. Now, whether it is the realm of the great Dao, the Dao of heaven, or other powerful beings, it is difficult to use magical powers. Survey here. What formation is this? Although it is not as defensive as the Chaos Galaxy formation in your dojo, the hidden secrets are indeed magical and abnormal, and it seems that even I cannot detect them at all. When Nuwa saw this formation set up in Tong Tien, her expression was surprised. This formation is called the Hidden Heaven Divine Formation, Tong Tien Dao. The Hidden Heaven Divine Formation is such a hidden sky, with hidden secrets that no one can check. Nuwa said with admiration. After the Lingming Stone Monkey broke out of the stone, although it could not speak human words, it was extremely intelligent. When it was hungry, it would pick up wild fruits to satisfy its hunger, and when it was thirsty, it would look for some mountain springs. Along the way, after walking, we finally arrived at the foot of Huiguo Mountain. The Stone Monkey is really here, in the water curtain cave. Nuwa was surprised, and then asked Tong Tien, can we send a message to come up at this time? No need, he will find it here on his own. Tong Tien shook his head and said. There are many monkeys in the Flower and Fruit Mountain. With its wisdom and spirituality, the Stone Monkey soon became the leader of the monkeys. But on this day, a group of monkeys discovered this water curtain cave, called the Lingming Stone Monkey over. After a group of monkeys squeaked, the Lingming Stone Monkey jumped up to a giant tree with its wisdom. Then, he jumped directly into the water curtain cave. After Lingming Stone Monkey entered the water curtain cave, his eyes were full of surprise. Apparently he did not expect that there was a cave behind the water curtain. He immediately prepared to summon all the monkeys in, wanting to use this place as a shelter for their monkeys. Land. However, the phantom clones of Tong Tien and Nuwa suddenly appeared. Stone Monkey, stop. Tong Tien made an indifferent sound. When Lingming Stone Monkey heard the sound and saw the shadow clones of Tong Tien and Nuwa, his expression changed with shock. Suddenly, a somewhat vigilant state appeared on his body. You are very vigilant at this time. Nuwa, who was standing next to Tong Tien, smiled sweetly when she saw the appearance of the stone monkey. "Stone monkey, don't be nervous, your big opportunity has come today." Obviously the Lingming stone monkey didn't understand what the great opportunity said by Nuwa was. Immediately, Tongtian waved his hand. The power of the avenue suddenly appeared. The Lingming stone monkey immediately felt the crisis of death. The power appeared in the void, and instantly the surrounding several huge rocks turned into nothingness. When the Lingming stone monkey saw this scene, his eyes shone brightly. "Stone monkey, do you want to have the ability like me?" Tongtian smiled indifferently. Although Lingming stone monkey doesn't understand what a great opportunity is, he still knows about power. Seeing Tongtian's ability, he naturally wants to have it. Lingming stone monkey hurriedly chirped. "Nod. If you want to learn my skills, then become your teacher and I will teach you," Tongtian Dao. Lingming stone monkey obviously doesn't understand what it means to become a disciple. Although this stone monkey is intelligent, it was born only a short time ago, so there are probably many things that it still doesn't know. Nu Wa said on the side. "That's the case, I will first give him the awakening of spiritual consciousness and the initiation." I waved it to the sky, and the mysterious power of the Great Road invaded the mind of the Lingming stone monkey. In an instant, the spiritual consciousness of the Lingming stone monkey was fully opened. After the awakening and initiation, everything in the world was fully understood. "Stone monkey, you should know everything now, are you willing to worship me as your teacher?" Tongtian smiled and said. Lingming stone monkey is willing. Lingming stone monkey's eyes moved at this moment, and he quickly knelt down on the ground. "Okay, in that case, you will be my disciple from now on," Tongtian Dao. Disciple Lingming she monkey pays homage to the teacher. Lingming stone monkey bowed respectfully again. "When you became my disciple, I should have told you my name and let you know where my master came from. However, in the near future, there will be a calamity in the world. You are very important in this calamity and will face many calculations, among which there are also my calculations. Therefore, I cannot tell you my identity now. Moreover, you will go out in the future. And you are not allowed to tell anyone that you have been a disciple." Tongtian said. Lingming stone monkey's eyes flickered. It was obvious that he was really thinking about the calculation that Tongtian said. Seeing Lingming stone monkey's expression, Tongtian smiled and said, "You don't need to think too much, I will tell you when you are successful in your studies. My plan, and the plan of calamity about you, is teacher." Lingming stone monkey heard Tongtian's words and didn't think much about it. "Today I teach you my own martial art, called Wandao Xiangong." Tongtian waved his hand, and Wandao Xiangong was introduced into the mind of Lingming stone monkey. In an instant, Lingming stone monkey immediately felt the great mystery from the skills in his mind. "In addition to this technique, I am giving you a fire. This fire can allow you to temper your body." As he said that, Tongtian released a ray of chaotic fire into the body of the Lingming stone monkey. Although this fire may be a little uncomfortable at first, it can benefit you tremendously. "Now, you can start practicing," Tongtian said. "Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan." Chapter 165. After the Lingming stone monkey entered cultivation, the aura on his body immediately began to gradually become stronger. "Tongtian, this skill of yours is really good. You have only practiced it for just a moment, but the aura of this spiritually luminous stone monkey has gradually become stronger. What kind of skill is this of yours? Why do I feel like I have the aura of Dao Dao Kung Fu?" Nuwa asked curiously. "My practice is derived from my Dao practice, so it naturally has the aura of Dao," Tongtian smiled and said. "A Kung Fu based on the great Dao Kung Fu? Then are your other disciples like this too?" Nuwa asked in surprise. "Good," Tongtian nodded and said. "No wonder the disciples you taught during the conferment of gods, who were stronger than the Chanjiao and the Renjiao, all practiced this technique. New Wa looked suddenly enlightened. It's not just the techniques, my disciples are tempered with the fire of chaos, and also have the bonus of enlightenment T-tree, Tongtian Deo. Tongtian, the last time you became a god, you plotted against fellow Taoist Yuanqi and fellow Taoist Laozi. Even the teacher was plotted by you. I don't know what your plot is this time. Who is it? I'm afraid the result will be equally miserable. The prehistoric times do not remember years. Years passed in the blink of an eye. The Lingming stone monkey possesses 10,000 mysterious arts and the fire of chaos, and his power has grown rapidly. Now the Lingming stone monkey has reached the first level of Deluo Golden Immortal. Tongtian calculated the time. The Western sect's Zunti should soon be transformed into a Bodhi Taoist, secretly plotting to take the Lingming stone monkey as his disciple. It's time to wake up my disciple Lingming Shihao and tell him of his plan. Stone monkey, you can stop practicing now. Tongtian shouted. Lingming stone monkey, who was practicing, woke up after hearing the sound. Teacher, why are you calling me? After Lingming stone monkey woke up, he went to the shadow clone of the unknown Taoist who had transformed into the sky and asked. Now that you have reached the Deluo fruition stage, as I said before, there are still many calculations to make about measuring tribulations. The time is almost up, so I should tell you. In a few days, there will be a calamity in the world. Heaven has agreed with the Western sect and heaven on a plan to deal with the calamity. This plan is called Journey to the West. And you are destined to be an important member of Journey to the West. But before becoming a member of Journey to the West, Zunti of the Western religion will turn into a Bodhi Taoist to plot against you and secretly accept you as a disciple. Tongtian's words haven't been finished yet. When Lingming stone monkey heard that someone was plotting against him and wanted to accept him as his disciple, he immediately showed determination. Teacher, I, the Lingming stone monkey, have become a disciple of teacher, and I will never become a disciple of any other disciple, Lingming stone monkey rode. No, this time you must be plotted by him and accepted as his disciple. Tongtian shook his head and said. Just kidding, if the Lingming stone monkey doesn't become a disciple of the Bodhi Taoist who is the incarnation of Zunti, he will definitely not be able to enter the westward journey. The Lingming stone monkey can't enter the westward journey. Wouldn't Tongtian's calculations be in vain? Teacher. Lingming stone monkey was obviously very puzzled. He had already become a disciple of the teacher, so why did the teacher let him become a disciple of someone else? You misunderstood what your teacher meant. He always didn't really ask you to join another school, but just pretended to be his disciple. Do you understand? Nuwa on the side smiled. When Lingming stone monkey heard this, he immediately understood. If so, disciple understands, Lingming stone monkey nodded. The reason why I let you pretend to be a disciple of the Bodhi Taoist who transformed into Zunti was part of my calculation, but it was also a reason why you could benefit from it and get good luck, Tongtian said. When he heard about the benefits of luck, Lingming stone monkey was obviously a little excited. Later, I will give you a formation that can hide all of your cultivation. After you become a disciple of the Bodhi Taoist who has transformed into a Shunti, you can reveal your own strength one by one, Tongtian warned. Yes, disciple knows, Lingming stone monkey nodded. The Bodhi Taoist will choose to temporarily retire after you have succeeded in your studies. At that time, your combat prowess will be favored by heaven, and he will definitely subdue you first, and then forcefully suppress you. Remember, that heavenly court also has some benefits for you. Just listen to it first, and you can get many spiritual roots by going up there. When the heavenly court is under strong pressure, you can go out and kill the heavenly court immortals without any scruples. There may be powerful people among them who may take action to capture you, but there is no need to worry about it. The Western Church will protect you, and you will also be destined to become a journey to the West. The reason why Tongtian told Lingming Stone Monkey in such detail. There is no other reason. The main reason is to ensure that everything is planned by Lingming Stone Monkey and there will be no accidents. Someone in the Western Church suppressed you for 500 years. 500 years later, the plan to journey to the West began. When the journey to the West begins, I will tell you through the message how to proceed on the journey to the West, Tongtian Dao. It's the teacher, the disciple knows it. Lingming Stone Monkey nodded again. Okay, it's time for Bodhi Taoist, who is the incarnation of Taoist Zunti, to come to Honghuang Mountain, and it's time for me to leave. In this water curtain cave, I have laid out a formation. Now I will teach you the method. You can take this formation into your own body. By then, all your cultivation strength will be hidden. Tongtian waved his hand, and the secrets of the hidden heaven divine formation were instantly introduced into the mind of the Lingming Stone Monkey. Disciple bids farewell to teacher. The teacher warned that the disciples would never forget anything. Lingming Stone Monkey bowed respectfully. That's good. Tongtian said indifferently, and then Tongtian's own phantom clone and Nuo's phantom clone disappeared from the water curtain cave and returned to Jijiao. After Tongtian and Nuo left, Lingming Stone Monkey used Tongtian's Yintian God to teach formation method. In an instant, the Yintian divine formation was immediately absorbed into the body of the Lingming Stone Monkey from the water curtain cave. With the Yintian divine formation in the Lingming Stone Monkey's body, the great Luo Jingxian cultivation level immediately disappeared into nothingness. The teacher's formation is so powerful. Lingming Stone Monkey felt the power of the formation and immediately let out a surprised sound. After practicing in this water curtain cave for so many years, I wonder if those monkeys still recognize me. By the way, before entering the water curtain cave, they said they wanted to recognize me as their king. I don't know if they still recognize it. Lingming Stone Monkey suddenly thought of those monkeys. If they knew that I had developed a lot of skills in this cave, they would be extremely envious. Obviously, the Lingming Stone Monkey had just acquired a skill and wanted to show it off in front of the monkeys. But as soon as he had this idea, he immediately thought of Tongtian's instructions. No, the teacher said that you must not show off your abilities until you become a disciple of the Bodhi Taoist who is the incarnation of Zunti. To be honest, it is really difficult for Lingming Stone Monkey to pretend to be an ordinary monkey after he has cultivated his skills. Lingming Stone Monkey is thinking in his mind at this moment. Come quickly, the Bodhi Taoist who is the incarnation of Zunti. If you don't come, there is no way to show off your abilities. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 166. The Lingming Stone Monkey came out of the water curtain cave. The monkey that was with him before had long since disappeared during the endless years of his cultivation. However, there are many monkeys in Honghuang Mountain. Lingming Stone Monkey soon found another group of spiritual monkeys. He has opened his spiritual wisdom, although he cannot show his strength. But becoming the monkey king of a group of monkeys is simply too easy. Western education. Senior brother, the time is almost here. Now that endless years have passed, not many people pay attention to that monkey anymore. It's time for me to secretly accept him as my disciple, Zunti said. Junior brother, is everything ready? Jiyan asked. Nature. I have secretly created an incarnation of the Bodhi Taoist, and I am currently hiding in a mountain on the western edge. I just need to calculate this monkey, and the monkey will definitely go to become a disciple, Zunti said very confidently and mysteriously. At this moment, Zunti's expression was as if everything was in his calculations and nothing could escape his calculations. Now that junior brother is ready, let's get started. After all, journey to the west is coming soon, Jiyan nodded. Honghuang Mountain. Although Lingming Stone Monkey has become the king of monkeys, he is not happy at all. There is no other reason. The Bodhi Taoist who is the incarnation of Zunti that his teacher said has not yet come. If you don't become a disciple of Taoist Bodhi, you won't be able to show your strength. The Lingming Stone Monkey is not an ordinary aggrieved person. On this day, the Lingming Stone Monkey is enjoying the fairy melon and spiritual fruit that thousands of monkeys have found. Thousands of spiritual monkeys are enjoying themselves happily, playing. Suddenly, the old monkey fell to the ground. Suddenly, a group of monkeys screamed. The Lingming Stone Monkey saw a group of monkeys gathered together and immediately walked over. He has spiritual consciousness. Naturally, he knows that this old monkey has reached the end of his lifespan. If he could use his cultivation level of Deluo Jinxian, he would not be able to extend the life of this old monkey by 1 or 2 years. But the teacher told him that he could not use his strength. I could only watch the old monkey helplessly as he gradually died. A group of spirit monkeys, squeaking and squeaking, asked the Lingming Stone Monkey if there was any way to save the monkey. Because of Zhi Tongtian's instructions, after seeing these, the group asked, the Lingming Stone Monkey the face is even more helpless, and can even be said to be painful. This pain is not due to the death of the old monkey, but because of the inability to express the aggrieved pain. In the void, this spiritual stone monkey is in so much pain, it seems it's time for me to appear. A Taoist hidden in the clouds saw the scene and sneered. This Taoist was none other than Taoist Bodhi, the incarnation of Zunti. Taoist Bodhi's body transformed. In an instant, he transformed into an old man collecting firewood. It has to be said that after the transformation of the Bodhi Taoist, he looked like a real ordinary old firewood collector. The old firewood collector was carrying firewood, with sweat on his forehead, and looked very tired. Then he seemed to pass by the crowd indifferently, and behaved again. I hate to accidentally see the dead old monkey. It seems that not only the human race, but all living creatures are the same, they are inevitable from life and death. Little old man, I'm old. It's a pity. If I were younger, I could go to Ziyu Sangzan cave in Lingtai Fankan mountain in the west to learn the art of immortality from a Taoist named Patriarch Bodhi and avoid life and death. The old man collecting firewood glanced at the Lingming Stone Monkey intentionally or unintentionally as he spoke, and then left after speaking. In Huiguo Mountain, some old men from the foot of the mountain often come up to collect firewood. They do not hurt the Lingming monkey. The spirit monkey didn't hurt them, everyone was irrelevant. At first, Lingming Stone Monkey didn't care too much. However, when he heard about Bodhi Patriarch, suddenly, Lingming Stone Monkey's eyes moved. It seems that this old man collecting firewood should be the phantom of the Bodhi Taoist mentioned by the teacher, and he is here to plot against this Monkey King to become his disciple. Finally heard about this Bodhi Taoist. This Monkey King has been waiting for a long time. The heart of Lingming Stone Monkey was filled with ecstasy. During the teaching, Tongtian and Nuwo had also been paying attention to Huiguo Mountain. When they saw the old man, Tongtian and Nuwo already knew that this was the incarnation of Zunti Taoist Bodhisattva. Fellow Taoist Zunti, you are really good at calculating. As an old mortal man, you inadvertently said that Taoist Bodhi has the magic of immortality. Nuwa laughed. Just poor acting, Tongtian smiled disdainfully. It was the same calculation in the previous life, and it is still the same in this life. Tongtian didn't see anything new. On the flower and fruit mountain, when the old man collecting firewood left the side of the monkeys, he immediately transformed into a Bodhi Taoist. I have already told my name and the location of the ashram. I wonder if the stone monkey will go there. If I don't go, I will have to make some other calculations. Taoist Bodhisattva said. Lingming Stone Monkey has been waiting for a long time, how can he not go? He is waiting for Taoist Bodhisattva to arrive, and then he can show his strength. Lingming Stone Monkey summoned all the monkeys together. The monkey language informed all the monkeys that he was going out to find the art of immortality. In fact, the spiritual stone monkey had already been able to understand human language, but he had no choice but to use monkey language. In the Honghuang mountain, all the monkeys send each other off. Lingming Stone Monkey can't wait to walk out of Honghuang mountain. It seems that my plan worked and there is no need to waste any more calculations. The Bodhi Taoist in the void secretly said proudly. The Lingming Stone Monkey walked out of Honghuang mountain and headed west. Because he could not use his own cultivation, he could only walk. He walked for several months. He crossed several a mountain, thousands of miles away. Finally found Lingtai Fankin Mountain. Looking at Lingtai Fankin Mountain, Lingming Stone Monkey was overjoyed. Finally he arrived. As long as he became a disciple, his strength would be revealed bit by bit. In Lingtai Fankin Mountain, in the Sangzhen cave of Xianyu, Taoist Bodhi has also noticed the arrival of Lingming Stone Monkey. He is also ecstatic in his heart. With the arrival of Lingming Stone Monkey, his plan has come true, and this plan can be effective in the future. Suppress the heavenly court and strengthen Western religion. This stone monkey must be a stubborn person. I should temper my character first. Otherwise, I'm afraid it will be difficult to conquer in the future. In Ziyu Sangzhen cave, Taoist Bodhi secretly said, and then thought about some calculations. Lingming Stone Monkey walked up towards Lingtai Fankin Mountain. However, in a moment, he had already arrived at the entrance of Ziyu Sangzhen cave. I saw Xiaoyu Sangzhen cave. In the Yusangzhen cave, there are many transformed mountain spirits and wild monsters who are practicing. Just when the Lingming Stone Monkey is preparing to enter, Taoist Bodhi has already thought of a plan to temper the Lingming Stone Monkey. Today I am teaching my section non-disciples of my sect are not allowed to enter the Xiaoyu Sangzhen cave, otherwise I will definitely kill them. The voice of Taoist Bodhi came out. A ray of light suddenly appeared in the Three Stars cave in the slanting moon, and a formation emerged, instantly blocking the Lingming Stone Monkey from outside. The Lingming Stone Monkey was depressed. I know that you, Taoist Bodhi, are a quasi-ti of Western religions. Incarnation. Didn't you deliberately plot against me to accept me as your disciple? I have already been admitted to the door, but now you are blocking me out. Let's not play anymore, okay? I will plot for you, you let me get started, and it's easy to show off your strength. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoyan. Chapter 167. In the midst of teaching, Tongtian, this Bodhi Taoist who is the incarnation of Zunti, has made some calculations. Isn't it just for the purpose of recruiting the Lingming Stone Monkey as his disciple? Why is the Lingming Stone Monkey blocked outside now? Is it possible that Zunti found out that the Lingming Stone Monkey had been plotted by you, and specifically informed his incarnation, Taoist Bodhi, not to accept the Lingming Stone Monkey? Nu Wa asked with a curious and puzzled look on her face. Did you discover my plan? He doesn't have the strength and qualifications yet. Tongtian smiled disdainfully. What kind of existence is Tongtian? Even the way of heaven is plotted against it? How could a Zunti discover it? If not found, why? Asked Nuwa. It's just a clumsy trick like the old man who transformed into a firewood before. He wants to temper and test the Lingming Stone Monkey so that he can conquer the Lingming Stone Monkey in the future. It's the same as Journey to the West that Tongtian knew in his previous life. It has no new ideas at all. This makes Tongtian despise it. It turns out that the wish of conquering the Lingming Stone Monkey and fellow Taoist Zunti will probably come to nothing. Nuwa smiled sweetly. Lingming Stone Monkey is already a disciple of Tongtian. Coming here now is just a conspiracy. The so-called subjugation by Taoist Bodhi is just a joke. The entrance of Ziyu Sangzhen cave in Fankin Mountain, Lingtai, has been there for several days. The formation was wide open. It was obvious that he wanted to prevent the Lingming stone monkey from entering. Not understanding what the Bodhi Taoist incarnation of Zunti meant, the anger in the Lingming stone monkey's heart grew more and more. Sometimes, the Lingming stone monkey wished he could use it directly with his strength. He destroyed the formation. However, he then thought of the teacher's instructions and calculations. So he could only suppress it. A month passed in the blink of an eye. Finally, the formation at the entrance of the cave disappeared. Immediately afterwards, another sound came from the cave. The voice of Bodhi Taoist. That stone monkey outside the cave, you have been standing at the entrance of my cave with the setting moon and 3 stars for more than a month. Do you want to worship me? Taoist Bodhi said indifferently. Lingming stone monkey almost responded loudly, yes, I want to worship you, I can't wait. But when he was about to say the words, he immediately reacted. He has not yet cultivated. How can you speak human words without opening your spiritual consciousness? Immediately, he nodded quickly and responded in monkey language. Although you, stone monkey, are quite intelligent, I don't know what your natural talent and perseverance are, so you should join my sect as a handyman disciple first. If I think you can become my entry-level disciple, I will teach you the techniques to practice, the Bodhi Taoist in the cave said. What? I waited for a month, and you were told to be a handyman disciple and not teach me the exercises? If you don't teach me the exercises, how can I have a reason to show my skills? Cultivation strength. Lingming stone monkey was extremely speechless. After waiting for a month to get such a result, it would be strange not to be depressed. Stone monkey, are you willing? Taoist Bodhisattva asked. It would be strange to say that the Lingming stone monkey is willing. In his heart, there are 10,000 rejections. But what can be done? The Lingming stone monkey can only nod his head. If you are willing, then come in. A mysterious power was revealed. The Lingming stone monkey was dragged into the 3-star cave of the setting moon. So the Lingming stone monkey began his career as a handyman disciple. All kinds of handyman jobs were his. During this period, he had many bodhisattvas. The disciples that the Taoist took in were harassed and made things difficult for them. Lingming she monkey endured it in his heart. Don't let Taoist Bodhi teach me the skills. If you teach me the skills on the first day, I will be disabled on the second day. You guys. As one of the 4 monkeys in the world, Lingming stone monkey is not a kind person. If it weren't for the teacher's advice and calculations, he would have run away long ago. Speaking of these disciples of Taoist Bodhi, are they all accepted at will? Some mountain spirits and wild monsters. The purpose is to put on a show and do a complete set to avoid others being suspicious. However, they passed on some rudimentary magic skills, and in front of the Lingming stone monkey, they existed like complete garbage. In the blink of an eye, 3 years have passed. Xian Yusangzing cave. The anger in the heart of the only handyman disciple, Lingming she monkey, has accumulated to the level of a volcano. But he has been enduring it. On this day, Taoist Bodhi was teaching Dharma to a group of disciples. Lingming she monkey thought that he would succeed. He has been a handyman disciple for 3 years, so he should be able to listen to this technique. Immediately, he rushed in. But who knew that a stern look appeared on Taoist Bodhi's face? Lingming she, how, you are a handyman disciple, how can you be qualified to attend the lectures here? If you violate the rules, you will receive 3 punishments. Taoist Bodhi gave a cold shout. With a wave of his hand, a ruler appeared and slapped the Lingming stone monkey 3 times. The Lingming stone monkey was angry again. However, before he could take action, take him out and don't allow him to come back here. Taoist Bodhi shouted to the disciples next to him again. Those disciples acted immediately after hearing the sound and dragged the Lingming stone monkey out. Lingming stone monkey, how can I bear this? I have been a handyman for 3 times. Years ago, it was just that you didn't teach the exercises, but you actually punished me and kicked me out of the lecture place. The Lingming stone monkey was immediately ready to go berserk. During the interception, Tong Tian had already noticed the Lingming stone monkey and was preparing to go berserk. It is said that in the previous life, the Lingming stone monkey should have been taught his skills by Taoist Bodhisattva after being punished. He was just 3 feet tall and dragged him out to tell him to come over in the middle of the night. In the previous life, the Lingming stone monkey had no cultivation, so only then did I think of Taoist Bodhi's other intentions. But in this life, Lingming stone monkey has learned the powerful skills from Tong Tian, but he can't use them because of calculations. He has been feeling aggrieved. Now that he is being punished and filled with anger, how can he think so much? Tong Tian doesn't blame this smart stone monkey for wanting to go berserk now. After all, he is one of the 4 monkeys in the world. The 4 monkeys in the world are all fierce, and it is not easy to endure it until now. However, if you don't blame, you don't blame. But we can't really let the Lingming stone monkey really leave Xianyu Sangxing cave like this. This Zunti is a despicable person, and his calculations are extremely clumsy. I used to let Lingming stone monkey do the handyman work, and now he is playing some secret code. Tong Zhen really looks down on him. It's completely the same old thing, without any new ideas. As long as there is a little innovation, it's good. It seems that I am the only one who has sent a message to my disciple Lingming stone monkey. The power of Tongtian Avenue was exerted, and a sound transmission was directly transmitted into the ears of Lingming stone monkey. Lingming stone monkey, don't be angry or restless. The Lingming stone monkey, who was about to go berserk, heard Tongtian's voice, and his body suddenly trembled. The Bodhi Taoist just now was not really punishing you, but was telling you in secret that you should come here in the middle of the night and he would teach you the technique again. Lingming stone monkey was confused. Code word? If you teach the Dharma, you will teach it in secret? If it is Tongtian, Lingming stone monkey will naturally not be suspicious. After learning that Taoist Bodhi's punishment turned out to be a code word, Lingming stone monkey was stunned for a moment, followed by depression. As the 4 monkeys in the world, you have a fierce personality. It is not easy for you to endure until today. After today, you no longer need to worry. As long as Taoist Bodhi teaches you the techniques, you can use your strength at will. Hearing Tongtian's last words, the anger and depression in his heart disappeared. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 168. Lingming stone monkey has endured this for 3 years. Naturally, I don't care about today anymore. After hearing his teacher's message from the sky, Lingming stone monkey did not run away, but waited patiently until dark in the middle of the night. Watching the sky get dark, the Lingming stone monkey once again walked into the cave to give lectures. Sure enough, Taoist Bodhisattva was sitting among them. The other disciples have completely left. Stone monkey, what are you doing here? This time, Taoist Bodhi didn't look angry, but had a smile on his face. Seeing Taoist Bodhi's face, Lingming stone monkey really wanted to beat him up. Why are you asking me for your own secret words? Do you look smart, or do you look like others are stupid? Anger is just anger. But Lingming stone monkey suppressed this temper in order to use his own cultivation. He kept squeaking, and had no choice but to use the monkey language. Speech. Bodhi Taoist is the incarnation of Chunti. Chunti is the realm of the Great Road, and he can naturally understand the speech of all living things. You stone monkey, you are really smart, you actually knew my previous intention. Very good, if that's the case, then today I will open up your spiritual wisdom and teach you the skills. Zunti waved his hand, and a mysterious power entered Lingming stone monkey's mind. Immediately, Lingming stone monkey had a Western teaching method in his mind. Lingming Stone Monkey felt the Western teaching method, and suddenly felt contempt in his heart. Compared with the teacher's exercises, this skill is simply as good as the sky. The exercises taught in the West were pretty good in ancient times. But how can they be compared with Tongtian's exercises based on the Great Way of Power exercises? Lingming Stone Monkey, from today on, you are my disciple, Taoist Bodhi laughed. In order to perform a complete set, Lingming Stone Monkey pretended to be very respectful. Thank you, teacher. You probably don't have a name yet, I'll give you one today. You are a kind of Hosen, so let's give your surname Sunday. Seeing that your nature and wisdom are good, let's call you Sun Wukong. Bodhi Taoist way of humanity. Sun Wukong. Lingming Stone Monkey read the name for a moment. Although Lingming Stone Monkey didn't like Taoist Bodhi at all, and even wanted to beat him up. But Lingming Stone Monkey still liked this name. Thank you, teacher. From now on, my name will be Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong said with a happy face. Just now I taught you a skill, now I teach you a magical power. This magical power is called the 72 changes of Disha. It can be used to attack the enemy, or it can also be used to hide oneself. Taoist Bodhi waved his hand again, transmitting a magical power into Sun Wukong's mind. All the skills and magical powers have been passed on to you. From now on, you can practice well in Fanken Mountain, Lingtai. Bodhi Taoist way of humanity. Is teacher. Sun Wukong nodded. Then, Taoist Bodhi's body transformed and disappeared into the void. Sun Wukong was finally able to use his own cultivation, and his heart was full of joy. At the same time, he also gained a magical power of 72 transformations of earthly evil. After suppressing it for a long time, he can finally do it today. He practiced openly and used his own cultivation. He quickly began to practice. The 72 magical powers of Earth Fiend were not weak in the ancient world. But in the blink of an eye, it was already the next day. It must be said that the Lingming Stone Monkey was very talented. Monster. However, in just one night, the earthly demon's 72 transformation magical powers have been able to be used with ease. Coupled with his own cultivation, the magical powers have become very powerful. At this time, the mountain spirit and wild monster disciples of Taoist Bodhi saw that when Sun Wukong arrived, he was practicing his magical powers. Everyone was puzzled and curious. This stone monkey was just a handyman disciple in Fanken Mountain. He had never practiced any martial arts or magical powers. How could he have magical powers and magical powers today? What's more, the power of this magical power is not weak. These disciples of mountain elves and wild monsters usually have high standards. They have always regarded Sun Wukong as the most humble servant. How can they tolerate being shown off in the place where they practice? That monkey, stop quickly and go do your chores. What are you practicing as a handyman? A deer demon came out, accusing and scolding. This deer demon is from the heavenly realm. Among these disciples of mountain spirits and wild monsters, although their cultivation is not the strongest, it is not the weakest. Usually there is no shortage of show off his power in front of Sun Wukong. Before, Sun Wukong had thought in his heart that if he practiced these mountain spirits and wild monsters on the first day, he would have to cripple them on the second day. To avenge the resentment of the past 3 years. Sun Wukong has not gone to find them yet. They came here first. Who said I, a handyman disciple, can no longer practice cultivation? What the hell does my practice have to do with you? Now that he can use his cultivation base, Sun Wukong shows his ferocity, and there is no politeness in his words. He, you monkey can actually speak human words. It seems that although the teacher kicked you out yesterday, you still secretly learned from the teacher's lectures, otherwise you would not have the skills, supernatural powers, and the ability to speak human words. Today, I, Lu Yuan, will clean up the house for the teacher and destroy you monkey. After the deer demon scolded him a few times, he showed his immortal cultivation. "Brother Lu, kill this monkey. I have long disliked this monkey, so beat him to death." The mountain spirits and wild monsters behind them shouted repeatedly. The deer demon, who showed the cultivation of heavenly immortals, after hearing the encouragement of the junior brothers behind him, showed his pretentiousness. "Monkey, you are finished today. Come to death." The deer demon's eyes showed murderous intent. The celestial immortals' mana exploded directly. Several mountain elves and wild monsters below the celestial immortal immediately retreated. "I am done." Sun Wukong sneered. He had never treated these people as food before, and now they think they are very powerful? After Sun Wukong sneered, he directly flew into the air with his body. He didn't even show his magic power. He punched the deer demon with his ape body. Mana blasted out. One punch. Bang. A blow that directly broke the magic power of the deer demon. When the punch was fired, it seemed to be extremely relaxed. When all the mountain elves and wild monsters saw this scene, they were all stunned. Obviously, no one thought that this is the situation. The deer demon was even more surprised. He had never put Sun Wukong in his eyes. He even thought of killing Sun Wukong with one blow. But unexpectedly, Sun Wukong punched his body and directly broke him. Hit. "You, what skills have you practiced? How can your physical body break my immortal magic power?" The deer demon said in surprise. "Who am I to tell you? Today I will not only break your magic power, but also cripple you." Sun Wukong's ferocious attitude was fully displayed. His body jumped directly towards the deer demon. With a fierce punch, he hit the deer demon's head directly. Although the deer demon took the form of a human, he kept his antlers. Because he thought the antlers were very beautiful. But Sun Wukong's punch landed. The two antlers that the deer demon thought were very beautiful were broken directly. And there was a shocking punch hole on the deer demon's head. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 169. One punch still seriously injured the deer demon. The deer demon was instantly frightened. But he saw his antlers fall off. The look of fear immediately disappeared, replaced by a state of madness. You actually destroyed my antlers. How abominable. I want to fight you tooth and nail. The deer demon usually takes great care of its antlers. It can be said that it values more than its own life. Now that the antlers are broken, it is natural that it cannot be accepted. It can only be said that this deer demon loves beauty too much. It is enough to love beauty. To the extent that he was desperate. All the magic power of the immortal exploded again. But before he could take action, Sun Wukong's punch came again. This punch directly dispersed his magic power. Before he could react, Sun Wukong punched again. This punch hit his chest. A shocking blood hole appeared that penetrated the entire chest. Immediately afterwards, there was another punch. This punch hit his back. All the bones in the deer demon's back were broken. The deer demon, who had gone berserk and wanted revenge, roared wildly, and then nothing happened. After receiving 3 punches, he fell down directly. The fire of the soul was extremely dim, and as for the demon body, needless to say, it was almost disabled. Even death is not far away. When the other mountain elves and wild monsters saw this scene, they were surprised at first. They never thought that the monkey they had always looked down on could be so ferocious. The monster body alone could kill a fairy. Sun Wukong practices 10,000 Dao Xian Gong, plus the fire of chaos. And his realm has also reached the great Luo Jingxian. In terms of realm, the deer demon is already thousands of miles apart. Besides, the fire of chaos can be enhanced. The effect of the physical body. To be honest, let alone a heavenly immortal, even if he is in the realm of the golden immortal, Sun Wukong can defeat him with his physical body. If he fights against the Deluo golden immortal in the same realm, his physical body is far superior to others. The rest of the mountain spirits are wild. After some surprise, the monsters all looked angry. In their hearts, they were superior. But Sun Wukong, the monkey, was just a handyman. It was unreasonable for a handyman to cripple someone who was superior to them. How could they tolerate it? One of the tiger monsters stepped forward. This tiger monster was the strongest among the mountain spirit monsters. Its strength reached the realm of Xianxian. These mountain spirit monsters were originally the Bodhi Taoist incarnation of Zunti. They were used for acting, so naturally they didn't take them seriously, nor did they rank them as senior brothers. However, this tiger monster was called senior brother by all the mountain elves and wild monsters. "You monkey, how dare you act so cruelly? Is it true that no one here can deal with you?" The tiger demon shouted in a deep voice, which was very powerful. It seemed as if the entire void was shaking. "Senior brother, kill him. Senior brother, you must not let him go. Senior brother, kill this monkey." The power of the tiger demon emerged, and all the mountain spirits and wild monsters behind him shouted. This tiger demon had often made things difficult for him. Seeing this tiger demon, the anger appeared in Sun Wukong's eyes again. "I don't know if anyone here can take care of me. But if I take care of you, there will definitely be no problem." Sun Wukong shouted coldly. "You monkey, do you think you are invincible now that you have some skills? What a joke. Your physical body is strong, but my physical body is stronger than yours." The tiger demon scolded and directly revealed its tiger body. This tiger demon was lucky enough to take a spiritual root when he was young. The spiritual root has the effect of strengthening the physical body. Since then, the tiger demon's physical body has been extremely powerful, even higher than him in the same realm. No existence in a realm is as strong as his physical body. I just saw Sun Wukong punch a few times. Although he is very strong, he is confident. He is stronger than Sun Wukong. Confidence is a good thing. But being confident in front of Sun Wukong can only be said to be funny. "Then take a punch from me." Sun Wukong didn't bother to talk nonsense and just punched out powerfully. "I'll kill you with one punch." Seeing Sun Wukong take action, the tiger demon showed his arrogance, and the tiger claws suddenly attacked. However, when the tiger demon's tiger claws hit Sun Wukong's fist, he only felt that he had encountered a huge sky-like thing. On top of the mountain. Not to mention unshakable, the force that came back felt like it was about to crush him and explode. When this feeling appeared, the tiger demon was instinctively afraid. He quickly wanted to get away, not wanting to be with this force. He is an enemy with the power of heaven. But it is a pity. He has no chance or time to escape. Bang! A loud noise came out. The tiger demon's claws, which he thought were very powerful, were directly exploded by a punch. The entire tiger arm was turned into pieces. "This, monkey, why is it so scary?" In a confrontation with the eldest brother, the eldest brother's tiger claws were directly exploded. "This is too scary." All the mountain elves and wild monsters all looked surprised and fearful. The previous scene where Sun Wukong knocked down the deer demon with a few punches had already surprised them. And this scene made them even more unbelievable. The tiger demon himself was also stunned. "I once took spiritual roots, and my physical body was so strong that I never encountered an opponent. But now, seeing how miserable my tiger claws were, I was frightened at first. Then pain spread into the tiger's body. "You monkey, how dare you destroy my tiger claws?" The tiger demon is both painful and angry. Although the tiger demon is very conceited, with that punch just now, He deeply understood that he alone was definitely no match for Sun Wukong. But Sun Wukong destroyed one of his tiger claws, and it was absolutely impossible for him to be so kind. All junior brothers, follow me and take action. Let's kill this monkey together. The tiger demon shouted at the mountain elves and wild monsters behind him. When the mountain elves and wild monsters saw this scene, they were naturally a little afraid and subconsciously did not dare to take action together. At this time, the tiger demon shouted again, "This monkeys, you have all seen how cruel he is. If you don't join hands with me today, you will all be beaten to death and maimed by him in the future. Every time I hear it, I will be beaten to death by Sun Wukong." Suddenly, everyone's eyes suddenly changed. "Senior brother, you are right, this monkey is too scary, we have made things difficult for him before, he will never let us go. That's right, if we don't deal with him together today, we won't end up well in the future." A group of mountain elves and wild monsters suddenly showed their murderous intent. With this rhythm, it was obvious that they were going to attack together. Seeing this group of mountain elves and wild monsters wanting to attack together, Sun Wukong's eyes moved. And the tiger monster saw Sun Wukong's eyes shaking and thought that Sun Wukong he was afraid. He immediately sneered and said, "Monkey, do you know you are afraid now? But I tell you, fear is useless. Is Sun Wukong afraid? No. His eyes are moving because he is smiling. Isn't this a group of mountain elves and wild monsters fulfilling his wish if they attack together? If we attack together, we can directly maim them together. It saves money on hands and feet. How wonderful this is! Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan." Chapter 170. A group of mountain elves and wild monsters are preparing to take action together. The tiger demon becomes fearless again. "Monkey, you are physically very strong, but you are not stronger than all of us. Yes, monkey, you will die. Come to death." After the tiger demon scolded, a group of mountain elves and wild monsters scolded at the same time. In an instant, they all showed their magic power and blasted towards Sun Wukong. In Sun Wukong's eyes, this group of mountain elves and wild monsters are just a bunch of scum. They are not worth mentioning at all. Mention. He saw a group of mountain spirits and wild monsters coming towards him. Sun Wukong didn't take it seriously at all. 10,000 Dao Xiangong was running, and his physical body was powerful and accelerated to the extreme. "Today, I will show you whether I am better than all of you." Sun Wukong stood in the void, but was still bombarded by a group of mountain elves and wild monsters. After repeated explosions in the void, Sun Wukong was not injured at all. When everyone saw this scene, they were all stunned. Is he so strong? What kind of existence is he? There are so many of us, including dozens of immortals, true immortals and heavenly immortals, but we actually didn't hurt him at all. The mountain elves and wild monsters were very confident before they took action. They thought that with so many of them, they could definitely kill Sun Wukong. However, let alone kill him. They didn't even hurt a hair on his head. "You all took action, now it's my turn." Forcibly withstanding a blow from a group of mountain spirits and wild monsters, Sun Wukong's purpose is to let them know how worthless they are in front of him, Sun Wukong. And now, he takes action because he wants to tell them that they have offended him, Sun Wukong. You have to pay a price. Sun Wukong's body jumped. The first punch was fired first. The target was the tiger demon. This punch directly hit the tiger demon's body. In an instant, the tiger demon's body exploded like a rock. The tiger demon's body exploded like a rock. The self-righteous tiger body was immediately broken into pieces. Another punch followed. This punch hit a snake demon. This snake demon is a true fairyland. Even Xianxian can't stand Sun Wukong's punch. This true fairyland is another. How could it be intact? After one punch, the body of the snake demon was like a puddle of mud. In the blink of an eye, Sun Wukong had already punched more than 10 times in a row. With almost every punch, a mountain spirit wild monster must fall down and become crippled. Before, a group of the mountain elves and wild monsters thought that they could kill Sun Wukong together. But they didn't expect that they were just serving as food in front of Sun Wukong. More than a dozen of them were disabled, and the remaining mountain elves and wild monsters all had terrifying expressions on their faces. They were hiding here and there. Jump! But hiding is useless. The Xianyu Sangzing cave is only so big. In just a moment, all the mountain spirit and wild monster disciples under Bodhi's sect, none of them are good. They are all maimed by Sun Wukong. The weak ones can still howl miserably. The most severe ones are like panting on the ground, with more air coming out and less air coming in. If you dare to provoke me again, I will beat you all to death next time. After Sun Wukong put down everyone, he shouted coldly. A group of mountain spirits and wild monsters immediately trembled when they heard this. Tongtian, this disciple of yours does have a bit of your personality, being strong and fierce. However, the disciples of Taoist Master Zunti Incarnation Bodhi are in dire straits. I'm afraid there won't be any good ones. I wonder if the Bodhi Taoist who has become the incarnation of Zunti will feel distressed. Nu Wa smiled tenderly. The disciples of Taoist Bodhi are all used for acting. Naturally, you won't feel bad if you feel distressed. But you will have a headache. In the 3 Stars Cave under the setting moon, Taoist Bodhi returned after teaching Sun Wukong the skills last night. Meditate in the dojo. At this moment, the meditation is over, and I think it's time to give lectures and teach the Dharma to all the disciples. Although accepting those mountain spirit and wild monster disciples is an act, the acting must be done in full, so as not to ruin the big plan of the master. When you walk out when he meditated in the dojo and came to the place of cultivation, Taoist Bodhi looked at the group of extremely miserable mountain spirit and wild monster disciples. He was stunned. What is going on? Is it possible that some powerful monsters came from the 3-star cave in the setting moon? But the Xianyu Sangzing cave has a formation under his Bodhi cloth. If a powerful demon enters, he will definitely sense it immediately. But he meditated last night and didn't feel anything. What's going on? Who was injured like this? Taoist Bodhisattva asked with a deep face. Although these disciples of mountain spirits and wild monsters are just acting props. But how could Taoist Bodhisattva not understand how he was hurt like this in front of Taoist Bodhisattva? Teacher, it was him, it was this monkey that hurt us. Yes, he was the one who destroyed my antlers. It was he who destroyed my tiger body. It was he who broke my demonic body. A group of disciples of mountain spirits and wild monsters pointed at Sun Wukong one after another, full of resentment. Are these people the result of Sun Wukong? The Bodhi Taoist man has a big head. This Sun Wukong just taught him the skills last night. There can be such a battle today. Strength. He, Taoist Bodhisattva, obviously doesn't believe it. Although he himself has seen Sun Wukong's talent, it is very good. But how is it possible to be so powerful? Sun Wukong, was it really you who did this? Bodhi Taoist asked Sun Wukong. That's right. They provoked me first, so I took action. Sun Wukong didn't mean to hide anything and just nodded and returned. When Bodhi heard this, he was instantly stunned. Is it really true? After practicing all night, you can do this to dozens of immortals and immortals? Bodhi looked at it carefully. Sun Wukong. Glancing at Sun Wukong, it seemed that Sun Wukong did not show any magical power. At that moment, Bodhi used his mysterious power again, trying to explore Sun Wukong's body and physical body. But there was a hidden heaven divine formation in Sun Wukong's body, not to mention Bodhi. He himself, Zunti, said that even if Honghuang, the leader of Heavenly Dao, came to check in the previous step, he could not see anything. There was nothing abnormal about anything. How so? After practicing for a whole night, I was able to injure these immortals and immortals like this, but when I checked, I couldn't see any trace of cultivation. I can't feel anything abnormal in my physical body. Taoist Bodhi looked puzzled and curious. He checked over and over again. However, it was always the same. No abnormalities could be seen. Sun Wukong, are you really the one who hurt these people? But don't lie, Bodhi Taoist way of humanity. I, Sun Wukong, dare to do what I do and admit it, whatever I hurt is what I hurt? How could you lie? Sun Wukong held his head high and his chest high, with a strong look on his face. But the seriously injured mountain spirits and wild monsters had sad faces. Teacher, what are you talking about? We have so many wounded here. Why do you still think he is lying? We were really hurt by him. Sun Wukong has been working as a handyman here for 3 years, and Taoist Bodhi also knows a little bit about his character. Knowing that Sun Wukong disdains lies, he wondered for a long time but still had no results. Then he sent a message to my own deity must be mentioned.